It's time! Destination Quarantine Time! There we go. Welcome, Oh, somebody doesn't have their headphones in. There it is. Welcome, everybody, to Destination Quarantine Episode 6. It is Wednesday night. It is 8 o'clock. That means it's time for some awesome barbershop-y goodness with your favorite NED quartet. Destination. How's everybody? How are you guys all doing today? How are things going?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Just finished my deck.
That's
done that.
That's your deck, huh? Off your
Jude, you live in Manhattan, buddy.
Off
That's
your
the Upper West
City
Side.
apartment.
Like,
Wow.
did you
Took me a
invade
couple
Central
weeks.
Park? Like, what happened here?
No, man, this is my backyard.
It's a magical
Nope.
deck that covers your face if you move the wrong way on the camera. Almost like a Zoom background. How about you, Sam?
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
The weird part is that some family lives inside that window that he's posing in front of. That's just the crazy part. For me, it's just finishing up everything for school, graduation, and the virtual choirs, getting ready for that. Also just tried my hand at a little bit of wind ensemble editing, so it's kind of fun.
Ooh.
Just a little bit, but I'm much better at the choir side of things.
My wife is a band teacher. She was elbow deep in editing virtual wind ensemble for the past week. I think she's looking over at her now. She's pretty glad she's done with it, I think.
There's a lot.
It went well, though. Man, hers were really cool.
It's really rewarding.
I think that was the end of his sentence.
Okay.
It's really. I mean, it is. My
Not
school.
only that, it was muted after he stopped. I'm done.
It's really rewarding to put them together. They just are a lot of work to put them together.
They really are.
Oh yeah, the time to result is way not right, but it's so much fun, and the kids really enjoy it when it comes out, and a lot of pride.
Indeed.
Exactly.
I had an interesting experience just tonight, totally different than the ones you guys just described. It was at dinner. We were having a nice family dinner, and my wife was saying something. We were talking about a TikTok video dance, and my wife said, "Oh, I just saw my boyfriend Sam Hewen do that same dance." And I said, "When you say boyfriend, you mean your secondary boyfriend, because primary." And my 12-year-old Leah says, "Yeah, you're just in case." Like that's a thing when you're 12. Like what the? So anyway, that's my
Playground talk.
revelation. That was they're listening to this right now, by the way. So I'm gonna hear some screaming in a second. But yeah, that was a weird moment. 12. She's 12.
Well, the time to worry about is when she gets on Kick and has a Finsta.
I don't know
what
anything
either
you
of
just
those
said.
things are.
They will know exactly what I just said. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, great.
For
Chad
me,
Putka wants.
that.
Chad Putka wants to know if you're on TikTok, Todd. And I say, if you're not, you should be.
Yeah, you can find me at Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, we totally made him actually download TikTok on the train down to your place back in like February. So just keep scrolling over on your phone. It's somewhere over there.
Oh boy.
no, I think that was me that you made download TikTok. I deleted it fairly shortly.
What do you know?
thereafter.
You were like sick the whole time. You don't remember.
That was on the way back. Thank you for reminding me of that wonderful experience.
You were
Todd.
getting
I
the whole
appreciated
thing
that.
ready for the getting sick
I was
later.
given the whole train the Rona. So, anyway, in other happy news, the big event coming up for me this week and
Yeah.
for the quartet as well is this Friday. For those of you who aren't already aware, the virtual barbershop contest 1.0, VerbiCon 1.0. It's going to be on Friday at 8 o'clock. All of the entries are now in. I'm busy sort of putting the whole broadcast together. We've got 10 quartets for this first one. This is all quartets from the New England area, so that's Northeastern District, Sweet Adelines, Region 1, and Harmony Inc. Area 2. That's all sort of the same geographic area for the three various societies. We've got quartets from all three, and it is looking like it's going to be a super fun show. I'm the only one who's seen all of the videos, and I'm not going to say anything because, that would be super unfair if I did. You're all just going to have to tune in and see it. Oh, and somebody's posting
awesome.
the link. Oh, and Daily Special is going crazy in the chat saying hi to each other. daily special. Yeah, so it's going to be fantastic, and I'm very, very excited to announce on our show our MCs for the evening. I finally got it locked down. They are going to be none other than our friend of Destination Quarantine show, Mo Field, is going to be one of the MCs. She's going to be helping lock stuff down.
I just got my top fan badge, like just now.
Nice.
For the Beatles a day?
Of course.
Nice.
And I was really considering buying one of the shirts, but that's just like...
Oh, I might.
I might too.
A shameless plug again for Beatles a day. They're fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. The second MC, we're going to have two that are going to be co-hosting it, is none other than Tom Shalhoub. For those of you that don't know him, Tom is like a legit broadcasting professional. He has like shows on Fox News. Like he was running like one of the main guys on a show called Redline forever. Now he's moved into like actual daylight hours. I mean, he's had Comedy Central special. I just posted a link on the Verbicon Facebook today. I mean, he was on the Colbert Show as an interview. Like, he's like a legit showbiz professional, but we all know him in the NED as the lead for Scully Square. So it's a fun connection that we have there, and he is already bringing all kinds of professionalism to this broadcast that I have no business being around. I'm very excited about it. Tom is the real deal, and between him...
Don't sell yourself short, Steve. You did something pretty awesome putting this together. It's gonna be
thank you.
Cool.
I actually wasn't fishing for compliments, but I appreciate it. Mo and Tom, I think, might be the two most interesting people I've ever met. I can't wait to see them on camera, and between them and all of the awesome videos that have been coming in, it's going to be a super, super fun event. So make sure you are online on Friday at 8 o'clock for Verbicon 1.0. It's going to be super, super fun. Now, with that in mind, we have... before we go to that... So,
you good, Steve?
No, I'm not good. Things are not great in the world right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
things are a little tricky in the world right now. Should we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a fun show here and try to do our thing, but we can't not address this elephant in the room. Jude, you
sure?
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's too much of an elephant in the room. So much of it's just something that we need to be aware of, and just an ongoing thing that we should all care about. But yeah, obviously our country is having reconciling moments with some of its long-lasting problems right now, and we don't need to dwell on them. But I think it's important that as musicians and as the people that we are, that we can start to take action and start to make sure that we're being inclusive and working towards anti-racist policy all the time. So without saying too much, we're going to try to be working on this ourselves as a quartet, and making sure that we're doing the best we can to always be inclusive, good people. And I have some ideas for places to donate to that are good causes, and I'll put a couple of those in the chat a little bit later. One of them is the Black Artists Fund. So I'll put a link in the chat for that. It's something that I care about a lot. At least I think it's important for us all to take part in. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say
one might say we take a moment to remind ourselves that we are brothers and sisters connected in song and nothing else matters.
Wow, that was so much more eloquent than anything I've ever said ever. I love it.
The stuff Jude said, I agree. Yeah.
Well,
so,
anyway,
thanks guys. It's been on my mind a lot. So yeah, but let's move forward with our show.
Indeed.
And
yeah, we'll put those links in the chat.
Better.
They'll be in there for anybody who wants to donate to some of those same causes that we're donating to as well. And yeah, we're gonna move on with our show because we do have a fantastic show today. We one more time, unfortunately, do not have a music video for you because all of my time was spent on virtual videos for my choir, but
nice.
the music video I did spend time making is you're gonna have to tune in on Friday to see that. Yeah. So you should definitely tune in on Friday to see that one. But for now, we do have some Destination singing for you. So here we go. One of our favorite contest tunes. Take it away, Destination.
Without him punching me in the stomach?
Yeah. Hey, what's the essential?
I make it better.
Gee, but it's great to be back home.
Oh, it's great to be back home.
Home is where I want words I never heard in the Bible, and I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine, 2 steps away from the county line, just trying to keep my customers satisfied, satisfied. Deputy Sheriff said to me, he said to me, tell me what you come here for, boy, you better get your bags and flee, better flee, you're in trouble, boy, now you're headed into war. It's the same old story, same old tune. Everywhere I go, whoa, I get slandered. Libel, lying words I never heard in the Bible, and I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine, 2 steps away from the county line, just trying to keep my customers satisfied, satisfied. Just trying to keep my customers satisfied, satisfied. Oh, I'm so tired. One step from the shoe shine. Keep 'em satisfied, 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 satisfied. Oh,
That's a fun song.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love you guys. I miss singing with you guys.
Indeed.
Props out to Kai inside the chat right
I
now.
was just gonna say a Kai Outerbridge arrangement.
Yeah.
Indeed. He wants to know how we edit it to make it look like we're standing in the same room.
We can't tell our secrets, Kai.
Yeah, it just let it be known that it takes a lot of work.
And it was really warm because it's summer and all.
It
So-
involves time
yeah.
travel. Time travel.
Speaking
back
of
to
which-
time before quarantine.
Bill and Ted's have a new movie coming out.
Yeah,
Speaking
no
of
way.
time
So
travel,
old. Yeah.
That's gonna
cannot wait.
Oh man, Bill looks so old.
He looks really old.
Ted looks exactly the same.
All right.
Okay, so we have moving on. We have got our weekly NED quartet trivia. I suspect that this is going to be the easiest one ever. Here we go. Here is the quartet, the mystery quartet. This mystery quartet has more international medals than any other NED quartet in history. Who is it? Chat, if you guys can't get this one,
I don't know who's
I'm
going
not
to get
going
it
to
first.
lie. I will be very disappointed.
Say it
And
again, Steve. Say it again. Say it again.
it's the most international medals of any NED quartet in history. And let's see. Over, I'm wondering if in the Zoom chat, GQ knows. I'm pretty sure they do because they probably looked in the show notes. But Men in Black. No, not Men in Black. Not Destination
Pause.
either.
Kai thinks it's a Destination Quartet. Thank you, Kai. One day.
We haven't even been to international.
Hey, there it is.
There
John
it is,
Hannigan got
once
it.
again.
Oh my god, that was my guess.
Every week, John Hannigan seems to be the one who gets it. It is indeed Boston Common. We couldn't go
More people
any
got
more
it
of
too.
these episodes without touching on probably one of the most important NED quartets of all time, possibly one of the most important barbershop quartets of all time. These guys were, to say ahead of their time is a little bit of an understatement. They were one of these quartets that just kind of didn't do things the way that was expected of them. They just did it amazingly, and they did it their way. And unfortunately, that was rewarded by not taking home the gold pretty much every year for 8 or 9 years in a row at International, even though they should have, with the exception of one year that they decided to take a year off. They came in, what, like 5th, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, year off, second, something like that. I don't remember the exact.
That's rough.
It was unbelievable. When they finally won, I think people were probably ready to go nuts on the judging panel if they didn't finally win that year. And if you haven't seen it, if you haven't listened to their recordings, you can't be a barbershopper without digging into some Boston Common. They are an integral part of the history of our art form, and probably none more important than this song here, which, you know, I'd imagine all of us, you know, who have not had a chance to sing in our quartets for a while because of the quarantine will, you know, understand what this song's about.
Sitting by the fireside, watching embers softly glow, I put my daily cares aside and think of friends I used to know. As I reach back in memory, I recall an old-time melody. I can hear it yet by my old quartet in the days that used to be. I wonder what has happened to that old quartet of mine. I hope and pray we'll meet again somewhere, someday, sometime. If only to remind them how dear they are to me, and just how much I miss the touch of four-part harmony. I wonder if they still recall the tears that filled our eyes the night the crowd applauded when we won our first big prize. All that I possess I would forsake if just once more I could partake, singing one more song, just one more time, with that old quartet of mine. And if someday we ever meet again, I will smile and stand in line just to sing one song, just one more time, with that old quartet of
Here we go. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love that song. And I love that quartet. We actually go ahead.
I really
There's
appreciate
still to
it.
this day is no sound. No sound has ever been created like that.
No
That's
kidding.
That is a unique sound.
I was actually, we just had, was it last week? I want to say last week, or maybe it was this week. I can't remember. Everything is blending together at this point. We had a just Zoom get together with Nedak, and man, Larry Tully, he. I don't know that he has changed much either. That guy is a riot. That whole quartet was, oh man, they're awesome.
You can't be in a quartet with Terry Clark, I would think, and not have a sense of humor.
Oh. Speaking of which, what was the name of that color we decided those suits were?
Yeah, for those
I think it's beige.
I was also
we were
team
debating.
beige.
Is it beige or is it gray? I was seeing it as gray. Jude and Sam were seeing it as beige, and then Katie, who you're going to see in a minute, comes out with absolutely the perfect word for it, which is grayish. That's exactly that color. It's exactly it.
It takes
Why
lighting
isn't that
out of
in?
it. It's just
Why isn't that in my Crayola 64?
Grayish.
because it's a bad color.
For those under the age of 30, by the way, Crayola 64 has no relation to Nintendo 64.
God, I had
That
when
I
was
think
in
that was
elementary
directed
school.
at you.
Kids
Chad.
today
People
have
still
crayons.
have Crayola 64, just so you know, and very few of them have Nintendo 64.
All right.
Good point.
Well, we are going to move on to probably the most anticipated portion of the show. And
Yes.
speaking of quartets that have spent years not winning the gold when they deserve to, here comes our guest for this evening, GQ.
No water in the water fountain. No sign on the sidewalk. If you say, oh my yeah, what you doing there? Nothing much to do when you're going nowhere. Woo-ha, woo-ha. Gotcha. We're gonna get the water from your house, your house. No water in the water fountain. No wood in the wood stock. And you say, oh my yeah, what you doing there? Nothing much to do when you're going nowhere. Woo-ha, woo-ha. Gotcha. We're gonna get the water from your house, your house. Nothing feels like dying.
Stick with me. Could be out there, but we're gonna try it, okay? What if you don't need a man to be happy? Wait, there. If you like that, there's more. What if you just need barbershop? I can't stop crying. I'm on my way, I'm almost there. I'm on my way without a care. All the haters call me crazy, but I just don't care. Trials and tribulations, but I've had my lifelong share. But now there ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. Almost there. Well, I'm on my way without a care. Right now I'm almost there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Yeah.
GQ. Welcome, ladies. We are oh man, we are so excited to have you guys on the show. I can't even tell you how much you have been requested as a guest. So people love you up here in the NEDs. How you guys doing? What's up? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Hanging in there,
You know, probably the same as everyone else.
making some sourdough bread. No, just kidding. I'm not.
Yeah, you and everyone else, from what I understand.
That's why all the flour's gone.
Oh, is
That's
that what it is?
Yeah.
That's
Very
what I
annoying.
heard.
Everyone's making bread.
All the flour, all the yeast.
Oh my god. Well, welcome. First of all, Congratulations on your showing this past fall at International. What a set. Holy cow. And can I tell you that joke that I just put in the intro there about not needing a man to be happy? I'm sorry. I mean, that's every song is like, oh, I need my man. That was perfect. Thank you guys. That was so fun. That was so great. So I have to ask though. So Jude and I were talking the other day. Sweet Adeline's International, for those of you that don't know in the chat, Sweet Adeline's International functions differently than Men's International in the contest set. Rather than having 2 song sets the whole way through, they've got a semifinal set with 2 songs, and then the final set they do a full, like, it's, what is it, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
With a 16-minute cap.
Yeah, okay. They do a full set of which a couple songs need to be contestable, but the rest of it can be whatever we want. So I've never. How do you go about doing that? Like, I mean, do you just treat it like a set? How do you plan something like that?
Yeah, I mean, well, this year we kind of did like our favorite show songs, to be honest, and then wrote something off of that, which is kind of lovely that the other 3 or however many songs don't have to be contestable. So we just did what we liked best, I guess, and that had a fun theme on the theme of love or not love. So that's how that worked out this year. And we were really happy about it because it was completely the truth and just went a little long. It's fine.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, by like 37 seconds.
43.
Oh.
I have the penalty paper somewhere.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
So funny. This is funny. It wasn't funny at the time. It was really terrifying. Wish I remembered who the panel chair was for contest this year. Oh, I'm failing as a Sweet Adeline. She's a lovely person and so sweet. But she came up. I saw her from afar, see me, and then like hunt me down, and I went, oh god, what do we do? You already gave us medals, you can't take them away. We followed the rules. And she was coming up to me to let us know that we had gotten a time penalty and that it hadn't affected our placement, and they were really concerned about it affecting our placement because we really loved our set and they thought it was so lovely, and then they saw that we went over time, and the rest of the contest was like, oh gosh, is it okay? Will they be okay? And turned out it ended the way that it was supposed to, with the time penalty even involved. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't know anything about getting one place and getting penalized down into the next place.
Hey.
That happened to us this past fall.
7.
We are the same.
So speaking of which, you guys must be one of the most requested quartets for shows that I've ever seen. You're everywhere. I go and just a quick look at your YouTube. I mean, you've been everywhere. Like talk to us. How have some of these shows been? Are you guys out every weekend? Like, how do you? I mean, obviously not now, but how often are you out doing shows and stuff? What's that like?
Well, yeah, we have kind of like over the years have just tried our best to like kind of I think we probably could do gigs like pretty often, like at least a couple times a month if we could. But so I sing in a wedding band, and that's like one of my part-time jobs. And so that puts a little bit of a cap on it because we can't do every single weekend. Because it turns out people get married on weekends. Go figure. But yeah, so like, we really think about like which ones we want to do, and we try to focus on ones that have like, if they have an educational element, we really like to do those. Yeah, just like if a show seems really cool, we'll put it on books.
Somebody in the chat said that they appreciated you doing camps.
Yeah.
Harmony Explosion camps.
You guys do seem to do a lot of Harmony Explosion camps.
And
when I was moving, I was packing up all my stuff, and I laid out all of my camp shirts, and it was like 20 camp shirts.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, and you were missing a couple because I'm packing too, and
Yeah.
and I found ones that you didn't have too.
Yeah.
So.
We've done a lot of camps, and they're our favorite, whether it's us doing them as a quartet and getting to be the teaching quartet, or Amanda directs a lot of camps solo. And we've all been at things intermittently without each other, but they're our favorite, and they're kind of why we continue to sing and continue to do barbershop and continue to love it, because we know that we're spreading that joy to younger people so that they get to experience it and they get to love it and have it in their lives a little sooner than we did, which is lovely.
Yeah, because you guys started in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, what you said, what you just said is so on the mark. So I'm a high school music teacher. I teach choir and band, and my choir students. I was telling you before the show that I mean I probably have had half a dozen or more girls get into barbershop in the past 5-6 years I've been at this school, like almost exclusively because of you guys. Like they will consistently, Mr. Wolf, did you see this quartet? It's like they're so good. Like,
That's
like
awesome.
now we do have a shout out in the chat on your camp shirts. You do all still have the most important camp shirt, right? The Harmony College Northeast shirt.
I have 2 of them.
Allie's the keeper of all the shirts.
I am.
Make her like a quilt or something.
I need to.
Oh, that would be
Is
cool.
one of them your just in case?
No, so we did one as a quartet, and then I was asked either the following year or the year after to direct the women's chorus. So I have an extra one.
Nice.
From HXNE.
Well, we're gonna steer away from Northeast down to New Jersey, because we do have a video of you guys thrilling some students at a Harmony Explosion camp with which incidentally might be my favorite song that you guys sing. Check this out, chat. Oh, I love
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
That is so cool. Oh my god.
Stompy clappies. Yeah.
Dance.
My favorite part of that video is where it goes from Amanda and Katie clapping to where I start clapping, and it's just not as good, even though I'm just strictly on the beat.
It's like,
And like
You're
I'm
trying.
doing the best I can.
let's get through this.
Okay, so we talked about this a little bit while the video was going, but I really would love to know how you guys decide standing order for songs, and perhaps you could share that with the audience. That because I feel like when I went down the YouTube rabbit hole today for GQ videos, every single video had you guys in a different standing order. It was really cool, but I had no idea why.
Yeah, so standing order kind of chooses us. We don't really get to decide. It kind of just falls into where so for our barbershop stuff, we I mean, it's pretty normal, I guess. Like I feel like when we first started out, we would do, when I was singing lead, me and Katie would stand next to each other, and then Katie Mack and Amanda would stand next to each other. But then Katie and I in the onset were like fighting each other vocally, or I was fighting Katie. Katie didn't really care, but I internally was fighting Katie. And so me and Mac switched.
Correct. Yes.
So then Mac was next to Katie G on Barry, and then I was next to Amanda. And then with acapella stuff, it's just no holds bars. We just do what feels good.
Whatever serves the song.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of testing.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times what we'll do is like just like be like, okay, well here's where the microphone is, and here's where like oh, okay, we're gonna be clapping, so we don't want to be right up on it, so I guess we'll be over here, or just like
You're
really
the melody, so you should be closer.
Yeah, like just really thinking about like the fact that we're not gonna have a sound person, so I guess we'll do what we can to kind of mix ourselves on stage. So
yeah. Oh, not enough quartets think about that. I love that you said that just now. The audio engineer and me just got very happy. So you guys do a lot of non barbershoppy kind of stuff, which I mean, I love, because anybody who knows me will be unsurprised by that. Any particular sources that stuff comes from? I mean, like, is it just songs that you like, or where? I mean, where do you? The cliche question of where do you find your material? But like, I mean, it's, you guys obviously have a different process of finding your stuff than most quartets do.
I think our process now is a little different than what it used to be. Now I feel like, especially with barbershop stuff, we're lucky enough to have people who like hear songs and then think of us, and will message us and be like, hey, what do you think of this song? And we'll be like, yeah, why didn't we think of that? That's a great idea. Or we'll like send a few options to different arrangers, and they'll be like, those are great, but what do you think of this one that's sort of like those? But with acapella stuff, Amanda's kind of the music finder.
Yeah, I also think that for me, like I don't think I hear a barbershop arrangement as naturally as I hear just a regular contemporary one. So I'm not kind of that person to choose that the barbershop realm, but definitely like just searching on Spotify and just you definitely like have those moments where you hear a song and you just know, and it like clicks. And I always like joke if I show them a song and they really listen to it and they don't talk, I know that they like it. But if they talk over it, I know they don't like it.
So yeah, I think we've maybe found the heart of it, because what you just said there, where you just hear a song and you know it'll be good. Yet most people don't have that skill. I think that's you.
Man's really good at it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, before we get to our game, the last thing I got to ask you about is, it seems like you guys basically just went on tour with Instant Classic. Like, I swear, like how many shows did you do with them?
We've done a lot with them.
Yeah. Around 20 over the years, probably, if I had to guess. Wow. Around 20. Yeah. And then we go and record with them, which is always lovely. And we get to hear Amanda be perfect. a million times, and you know how it goes. But but yeah,
like because of the way we like situate our show sets, like we're able to do some mixed quartetting, and it's really cool. It's like a package deal. It's really fun to do that.
Yeah.
So
And we kind of on purpose, like, you know, have like advertised to people, like, we, you know, mostly just because we like to hang out with them and they're our friends, and it's like, this is an excuse for us to just also hang out and like do a show together and see our friends and travel, and you know, it's all good stuff.
Yeah, if I remember right, that's how it happened with the Silk City show. A couple years ago, you guys were both on it, and I don't remember which group got reached out to first, but whoever it was said, "Hey, if you're looking for a second quartet, we have this cool thing that we do with the other one." And
Kyle,
great package deal.
Definitely Kyle.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was so great, because you're right. It's just such a natural fit between the 8 of you and what you guys do together. It's a nice chemistry. It's great.
And we met at a camp. If that like validates these harmony camps anymore.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first few we ever did like as GQ that we ever did. And like I think they even reached out to us beforehand, and I was like, why are you talking to me? Who are you?
Well,
What's this song, Come What May?
Yeah.
Kyle,
And the girls
Kyle
listened
was
to
really
it and they were
cool.
like, I don't really want to sing this with them.
It's
And then
weird.
we sang it for 5 years.
So the chat is gushing about you guys singing with Instant Classic. We've
They're
got
trying to name the
I-
VLQ.
ICGQ, the best VLQ of the modern barbershop era.
Good instant classic. I like that.
Nice.
Well, can I tell you how I know that you guys have done a lot of shows with them, other than having seen it? You guys sent me this video. I couldn't stop laughing when I was watching it. Here we go, chat. You guys got to see this.
I'm really sorry about this. It's a video. This is going to take a while if you're waiting to tell us something. We like to lip sync their songs, but
What is actually happening? You can be a part of it too. Hi.
Hi, girls.
They're taking
I
forever.
just want to know how many songs are left.
4. Oh, right. Oops.
But listen to me, it's just a start. Harmonize on every part. So what the heck is wrong with him? The same old thing.
That's our legacy, guys.
That's fantastic.
So you were just saying about your take on Instant Classic singing that song. Carry on with what you were saying about that.
Wait, don't throw them
They
under.
just do it so well. That's why we choose to record it.
Mhm. Yeah, they're the best.
Every time it gets longer, it just gets better.
Yeah, we love
I see.
we love the more minutes.
Biggest song is best song.
That's right. More.
We're not like waiting backstage to go and sing or anything.
Yeah. All the time in the world.
We get bored, so we have to.
All right.
Hey, Steve. I think we should get to know the quartet a little bit with a game.
I was just gonna say. I think we've
Perfect.
spent. Yes. Take it away, Todd.
All right, so here's the objective. You guys have created cards or something that you can hold up and name which of your friends in GQ applies to the following randomly generated questions. They're randomly generated, but you're clearly going to see me looking off to the side to read them off of my randomly generated prepared document. But you have not seen these questions.
No.
Right. All right, so who is most likely to hold a grudge? Oh, look at Amanda's face.
Hold a grudge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Can we do a tie?
Sure. There's really no rules to
Oh
this.
man,
We are all over.
Wow.
No, okay. I wouldn't say it's a grudge. It's more like you'll ask Amanda if she's okay, and she'll be like, "It's fine." And you're just like, okay, really?
And Amanda and I are very similar. So
I don't know if that's necessarily a grudge or just
we just harbor
trying to
things.
keep the peace, you know?
Yeah.
You guys will know the real answer to that question in about a week when one of you brings up your answers to this question again.
So remember that time?
What did you say, Katie?
You.
All right, here's the next question. Which of you is most likely to go with Elon Musk on a one-way trip to Mars?
Oh wow!
All over the place.
It's like we don't know each other.
I guess not.
We've never talked about this stuff before, guys.
That was kind of a random shot. This one might be a little bit more simple. Who is most likely to dye their hair green?
Oh. KG.
Yeah.
You
Nailed it.
unanimous. There we go. Okay.
I haven't
who
done
is
green
the-
yet. I've done other colors.
I look forward to seeing
Well,
that.
Yeah, indeed. Who is the best secret keeper?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was my
Wow.
instinct.
Some votes of
Me.
confidence there.
All right, who's most likely to answer last so she can just follow the other three's answers?
Always.
Guilty.
She was the last one into the Zoom call too.
Yep.
Making sure everyone else is here.
Guilty.
Who is most likely to attend a Justin Bieber concert?
Oh, those
That's a little
faces.
bit
Just say
dated.
none.
Those faces mean this is a good question.
Yeah.
Is it-
Most likely.
I think
You said Justin Bieber, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Justin
my
Bieber.
Alright,
Amanda.
let's say Amanda.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah.
I love his new album. It's great.
See?
Well, there we go.
I'm not a big fan of how
who
he
is-
eats a burrito.
What?
Does he eat it in the middle?
Yeah, did you see that? Well, never mind.
No, but I can only imagine.
It was.
No.
It,
Is
never
that a
mind.
thing?
No, it's not. I'll tell you later.
No,
Don't-
now I'm
Should be.
dwelling on this. Why is
No,
this important to
okay.
you?
It was an
It's
internet
their
prank. There were
content.
some guys that decided to create, like, they wanted to see if they could create a viral thing and, like, get on the news and stuff. So they tried to come up with something that would be just absurd enough that the internet would love it. And what they did is they found, like, a Justin Bieber lookalike, and they flew him in and had him go out into a park and hold a burrito and, like, eat it sideways from the middle. And they
Like
took
corn.
Yeah, exactly. And they took a picture of it and they like posted it on Reddit and like sent it out, and it went like amazingly viral. Like it was all over like actual news outlets and stuff.
Okay,
And it was
which
and it was
of the
totally
four of
fake.
you would be most likely to become famous from a viral video of you eating a burrito sideways?
Ooh.
None of us.
Allie,
That's
Could
the
be
right
a
answer.
nun.
Yeah,
Alright.
maybe
We're not animals, okay?
Yeah.
all right, so back on track here. Who has the strangest pre-contest ritual?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, story time.
Yeah, I was about to say you. I'm not gonna.
Amanda,
you know,
hand
you won't-
Do you want to take this one?
Oh.
Yeah. So, well, I guess I could demonstrate. I don't know if you can hear it, but a lot of times when I'm nervous, I like take my hands and I squeeze them together, and I call it hand farting.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There we go. It's just very faint.
Yes, and so that is like a nervous habit. But I think like as a whole, we all we like to dance together and make like beats, and it looks ridiculous, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
You haven't hand farted in a while though. I feel like
That was great. I really give just some anxiety just then. That was great.
yeah,
So if you hear something, that's what that is.
it's her hand.
That's got to be like the tagline for this particular episode is you
Hand
haven't
fart?
hand farted in a while.
Are you stressed? Do you need a hand fart?
I know. Well, doing it in elevators is great. I think we at least do that one time every time we're in a gig in an elevator. I'll just like do this and.
You know, there's one poor person that tuned into the live stream right
now.
Said
that.
Turn in the right time.
Who is most likely to take a selfie during an earthquake?
Allie.
But the selfie would be of all of us.
That's true.
That's true. Social media queen. Yes.
And one more, Steve. Who has the best or weirdest tattoo?
I mean, Katie Mack has more than any of us.
Yeah,
so
I was saying
Yeah,
Katie
we
Mack.
all have the same tattoo.
Yeah, we all have a
But
weird one.
there
If
should
we were
probably
gonna
be
pick a
also
weird
one
one,
on
it
her
would be the
shoulder.
one that we got.
Yeah, I do.
Three of us in Destination got the same tattoo, and one of us opted out.
Ooh, who wimped out? Who's the wimp?
That's internal.
We'll never
Yeah.
know.
Never know.
Darn it.
I mean, that is a secret that will also be kept along with
It's
where.
not Sam, but Sam's pointing to me on my screen, so I know
No,
that can't be right.
not on the live stream. The live stream has somebody else above me.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me do some
Wait,
detective work.
It's Jude.
I mean, for what it's worth, our quartet also has 39 toes, and we're not telling
That's
about that either.
We,
so.
we can't. It's critical information. It's medical.
That's cute.
And what's really weird about that, when you do the math, one of us has 11.
Huh.
This keeps
Toes.
getting
Anyway,
weirder.
we all have.
None of
This is
that
our
is true.
joint one. There we go.
Zach is like, let's move on.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, what's next?
Two truths and a lie is next. This is the game we play this game with every quartet. So, are you all ready with your two truths and a lie?
I wrote them down.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. All right, so any volunteers to start, or should we volunteer someone?
I'll go first.
All right.
Love it.
Okay.
So, chat, this is going to be up to you guys. You guys are going to have to try to figure this out. Two truths and a lie. Take it away.
Okay. I sang with the Voices of Liberty at Disney World. I won Rising Star 2 times. And I'm a barber Bret.
Hmm.
I don't know this.
Wow.
I mean, I know you are the resident, like, barbershop person in the quartet. Like, I did know that. Rising Star twice, though. I should know this, but I don't.
Antonio seems to know the answer.
Yeah, Antonio says you're not a barber brat. What are the qualifications for a barber brat? I think I need to know that before.
You're,
think you have to be
you're
a
like
Kid of a barbershop.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, well, the chat
Ooh.
seems to... A lot of them seem to think that
They're
you are not
coming
a
at
barber
you.
brat. Yes.
Yeah, they sure are. That
Except-
15-second delay, bang.
And they're in.
Except for Kai. Kai thinks you did not sing with the Voices of Liberty.
Well, Kai, you're wrong, because I did.
Liberty.
Oh!
Oh no.
So I sang with the Voices of Liberty for the Candlelight Processional for Christmas for 2 years. I am a two-time Rising Star champ, both with GQ and Hola Harmony. I am not a barber brat. I started Barbershop when I was in high school because it was an elective that was offered.
Cool.
Just barbershop.
That's a
is an
cool
elective in
teacher.
High school.
Well, it was like an extra, like after school kind of activity.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I got to start offering that.
You should.
Well, we're all quarantined and stuff, so.
I mean, right. Not right now, obviously. Come on, Steve.
Well, whatever. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
All right.
Okay. Are you guys ready? Something happened to my voice just now.
No, save her voice. Save it.
Yeah. Too long in quarantine. Okay. Number one. My boyfriend runs a Mario Kart convention. Number two. There are chickens in my basement.
Oh.
Number three. My aunt and uncle's names are Barbie and Ken.
These are good ones.
These are
Barbie and Ken.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding two truths and a lies.
Is really good. Can you say them again, please?
Okay. Number one. My boyfriend runs a Mario Kart convention. Number two. There are chickens in my basement. And number three. My aunt and uncle's names are Barbie and Ken.
Matt Gorman is very invested in the idea that there are chickens in your basement.
He has found
All
the
caps.
truth.
Now, I don't think we get to guess as a quartet.
No,
because
we
it
know.
came up in the pre-show, so we know. So this is going to the chat. So Barbie and Ken has to be real, says Chad.
And Lewin thinks it's Boston Common.
Yeah, Ben just has I think that's his 4th time guessing Boston Common. In the chat.
He was last time.
He was right one time when he said Boston Common today.
Well, we just got 1, 2, 3 in a row.
I mean, the guesses are all over the place. More for number 1.
Yeah, there seem to be leaning towards Mario Kart conventions. Yeah, that seems. Oh, it's just barely shifted over onto 1.
Yeah,
so,
now they're really piling on.
Okay, yeah, now they're piling on. All right.
Okay, well.
Fred Warmer just said, "Wait, real life chickens?
Real life chickens?
Real life chickens. Have you seen that video where it's like the little girl? She's like, "Look at all these chickens." My favorite.
Doug quotes that every time we go past cows.
Antonio,
right.
you're onto something.
All right, so
okay, so the my aunt and uncle's names are Barbie and Ken.
Chad.
Wow.
There are chickens in my basement, exactly 8 chickens. And my boyfriend runs a SmashCon convention for Super Smash Bros.
You were being all sneaky face with
So
it.
it's a little sneaky because he does run a video game convention, but
Okay.
not for Mario Kart.
I got
Chad Putka came closest. He said it's actually a Diddy Kong racing convention.
Nice.
He would like that. I'm sure he would also run that convention if it.
Okay, next up. Who do we got?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So, number 1. Growing up, I raised pigs, cows, and goats. Number 2, I have a twin brother. And number 3, I won a watermelon eating contest.
Nice.
Good ones.
Interesting. I want to ask questions, but I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, we can't.
I mean, it's your show. I think you can do it.
That's fair.
No, I tried to ask questions last time, and I got chastised by everyone, including the chat.
That is correct.
That is
Yes.
true.
Okay,
see
so
the pictures to see
so
the
it
clues
was
back
it
there.
was you raised cow. What was it? Cows, goats, and
Pigs.
cows, goats, and pigs.
There's an overwhelming response for the twin.
That the twin brother is a lie. Yes, almost everybody is saying that.
It's pretty consistent. Yeah.
And someone saying we should have a quartet called Basement Chickens.
Right.
I'm
Obviously.
so mad. Is it too late to change our name?
Damn it.
Okay, well they all pretty unanimously think it's number 2. So I think we have a consensus here. So are they right?
Yep, they're right.
Nice.
Number 2 is false.
Wow.
You do have a brother.
I do, but he's not my twin.
Okay. Last but not least.
All right. Number 1, I was slimed at Nickelodeon Studios. Number 2, I flipped my Jeep in high school. Number 3, my pug's name is Frodo.
Now,
Well-
you flipped your Jeep in high school.
Yes.
Was this like a stunt and you
Hey,
landed back
hey,
on the wheels
hey,
again?
hey,
that's
hey,
a big
hey,
question right
you're
there.
not allowed to ask questions.
Well, a question.
No, Steve, you're not allowed to ask questions. I can.
Ooh, quartet hostility. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Drama.
Oh, people saying 3. Frodo. Nice. My first response was, "Are you okay?" After you said the thing with the Jeep, but
I only cut my knee. That was it.
That's a big question, Jude.
if that's
You're
what
giving it
the
away.
truth is.
So
I don't know. I could be making that detail up. I mean, I did
It's
flip
between-
my Jeep like an idiot, so you know.
It's between 2 and 3 in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Being slimed at Nickelodeon seems like a very random
That's a
thing to
dream
make a
right
lie
there.
about. Like that's, I gotta believe that that's true. I am also between 2 and 3.
She has a pug, but it's not Frodo.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
fellow pug
Craig,
lover.
Craig Graham says Boston Common for sure.
Yes, obviously.
No, that was.
Or I mean, sorry,
that
Ben.
was- It was Ben. Yeah.
That's a good name
So
for a
should I
quartet,
just say
Boston Common.
All right, yeah, we got to know the answer. Here we go.
my lie is my pug's name is Frodo because his name is Samwise.
Good
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
game.
I
You
did
were-
flip my Jeep because I'm an idiot,
You
and
were
I
also
was slimed at Nickelodeon
A-
Studios.
Antonio got it. He said somebody else did earlier, but he said her dog's name isn't Frodo.
There we
What
go.
was the slime like?
It's okay. They tell you it's really cold, it was really warm.
That
Really
does
better?
not sound
Worse.
appealing.
I don't like that at all.
I know.
That is
I was
not
like,
good.
I don't like cold, like anything. So I was really worried about it. And then when it was warm, I was almost like
Did they,
let
like,
down. I was like,
Microwave it for you?
ew.
Ew.
Then it was gross.
That already looked like something that was really unappealing to me, and you just made it so much worse.
I know. It's like, wow, you were, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't like it. I'm too clean for that.
I would still do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, on that disgusting note, thank you so much for coming on our show. No,
Having us.
Oh man.
no, for real, this has been a joy. You guys are so great. Next time you guys come up here, we gotta hang out and sing some tags or octets or
That'd be a lot
whatever.
of fun.
Can we play more of this game so we can
Yeah.
learn more about each other? Because
Yeah,
apparently we know nothing.
I'm just gonna bring these to rehearsal. You know.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, do
I'll
it.
make a list of questions.
as we go.
We had a list of like 50 questions or something. We can send you the list. You guys can
Send
play
them
it later.
over.
Send them over. Sounds
We've
great.
got more learning to do.
So you can master this quartet newlywed game or whatever it's called.
Whatever it is, yeah.
All right, so we do have one more song from GQ, but before we do, we have an announcement. So
Yeah, I'll take that away.
Okay.
So our announcement, friends, is that in the future, the format of our live streams is probably going to be changing up a little bit. The series of Destination Quarantine is probably going to either take on a new name or it's going to be changing into something a little bit different, and we're not totally sure what that's going to look like yet. I think that the state of COVID is changing and the world around us is changing a lot. So we're not totally sure what Destination's going to be doing, but we're still going to be bringing some cool content to our fans, and it'll happen at some point soon. Might not be every other Wednesday night, might be, we don't know. We'll let you know, but stay tuned for the next cool thing from Destination, even though it won't be quarantine anymore. That's our announcement.
Yes.
We absolutely love doing this show, though, and you guys in the chat continue to amuse us tremendously, and hopefully we give you an excuse to be amused as well. But always, our guests have been amazing, every one of them, for all 6 of the episodes, and certainly not stopping tonight with GQ. You guys are absolutely fantastic.
We feel pretty lucky.
Yeah.
5 questions, guys.
Yes,
5
5
questions.
we always end our interviews with 5 questions. It's the same 5 questions for every quartet.
Okay.
All
Here we
right, I
go.
have 5 questions, and each of you can answer, and they can be different answers, or you can just try and get the same thing, like mind meld across.
But try not to think too hard. Just answer quick.
No, just give the answer.
Here we go.
Okay, favorite word to sing?
Word.
Word.
Love.
Things with vowels.
Porgy.
Porgy,
Okay.
love, and is what I heard. Okay.
And vowels.
And
Okay.
vowels.
Yeah,
Eval.
anything with an E.
Eval. Yeah.
Eval.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, number 1, barbershop hero.
Debbie Cleveland.
There you go.
That's yeah.
That's a good answer.
That is uniform in answer
Jim
right there.
Henry.
Jim Henry. Any other things? Okay,
I-
so
I've got- yeah, go with both of those.
you got one.
Yeah, those are good. Both of those. Okay.
So it can be as a group or it can be as a individual singer. Where is the favorite place that you've performed, sung?
The stairwell.
Holland and Spain. We did a show where we did both of their conventions. That was
I would
pretty
say Prairie Home Companion.
Prayer.
cool. That's a good one.
That's cool.
Was there a
I picked the
specific stairwell?
No.
It's in
It's-
our university. Where
It's
we
funny
met.
you say stairwell
That's
because the thing that made me fall in love with your quartet was a video of you guys in that stairwell singing Ebb Tide.
It's
Yep.
so forgiving.
It's
Mm.
sorry.
Awesome
Go ahead,
start.
Sam. I
True,
don't,
true.
I
Okay,
could gush about
so-
this for a long time. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we're going to move on to superpowers. Okay, so if you had one superpower, what would it be?
I got this. Can I start?
Just go.
I would like to be able to fill anything that's empty. So like empty water bottle, filled. Empty bank account, filled.
Empty hearts.
Empty heart filled with
Aww.
love. I love that. See, I went to
Yes.
money, but you went to love, Todd. So much better.
You complete us.
All right, go. Superpowers.
Uh,
I want to fly. That'd be cool.
Good.
That's yeah, classic. Oh gosh.
I feel like healing people.
Healing is good. Super strength would be a lot of fun.
Really would be. And of course, our final question does have a very clear, real answer, like a correct answer.
This is the most important one.
It does not.
It really is. And I mean, I got people in the chat who are going to back me up on this. There's a right answer to this.
There's not.
What?
Answer how you want to.
What is your favorite key to sing in?
B flat.
B flat.
Yeah, B flat.
Yeah.
That's
We don't move. It's great.
Not bad.
There you go. I'll take that as long as you don't say F sharp. Everything else is a correct answer.
Major, as long as it's not F, all things are good.
I can live with B flat.
I can live with B flat actually.
B flat is a pretty great key.
The universal barbershop key.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Maybe
long
for
as
women's
it's not
quartets.
It's no F sharp, but
I do like B flat. B flat's great. Well,
It's okay to be wrong. It's not your fault.
all right. Well, we do have one more video from you guys. Thank you for being on the show. This has been so much fun.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
But before we go, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
Allie, go.
You can find us by searching for GQ Quartet on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, probably somewhere along with those search words. And also you can go to girlsquartet.com. I'm going to be honest, not sure really what's on there, if it's even up to date with everything that's going on, but you can still buy CDs.
There you go.
And that's
I'm
what's
shipping
important.
them right there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on. Thank you all for tuning into these Destination Quarantines. Keep an eye on our Facebook for what's coming next. We are definitely going to have some cool stuff. It's going to be great. And we got to leave you with probably the most watched GQ video of all time.
Sam's right. Everybody come on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Friday.
Yeah. And come watch the virtual contest on Friday. God, I'm running that. I didn't even say that. Thank you, Sam. Yes, virtual contest.
I was
on
raising
Friday.
my hand this entire time to like remind you.
Stop. Put that hand down. There we go. I don't look at that little blue icon.
I do.
So this last video, I'm sure most of you have seen it, but it's fantastic. You got to see it again. This got posted by Matt Gorman quite a while ago and got upvoted to the top of the front page of Reddit and went viral from there. I actually was at work when it happened. I remember. It was really, really cool. So thank you all so much for being with us tonight, and we will see you all next time, whenever that happens to be. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Yep.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new boy in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Now something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. He's the kind of man who's not too shy, and I can tell he's my kind of guy. And he dances close to me like a hold to you. Now something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Oh, we only danced for a minute or two, but then he stuck close to me the whole night through. Say now, can I be falling in love? For he everything I've been dreaming of. He's everything I've been dreaming of. And when he walked me home, he held my hand, and then I knew it wouldn't be just one night stand. He asked to see me next week, and I told him he could. Now something tells me